welcome to Quantum Zilch. This is E4 of Quantum Zilch. I'm Dennis Regan, I'm the host. And there was a problem getting E4 out. A lot of you know we had a problem with the generator here in the factory. But that's only part of the problem, only part of the story. And here is the rest of the story. I had invented a website on the World Wide Internet for all of us here at Quantum Zilch. And I had put it onto this thing on the internet called Facebook. It's a popular site on there. And when I inserted it on there, and what happened immediately was I got a whole bunch of hits, a lot of hits, superabundance. They call them likes. They call them likes on Facebook. And that's great. You want likes. You want to have likes and hits or whatever. But it was too much. It was way too much for the generator here in the factory. It started to overheat and make all kinds of noise and I was just afraid I ran down to the basement where it is, and I was afraid it was going to explode. So I hit it with the fire hose. It's the only thing I could do. And that took care of the problem. It took care of the fire, the potential fire, but it caused another problem, and that was the generator was completely saturated with water, and it wouldn't work. So I had to sit around here for a few days. That's what I've been doing, just waiting for it to dry out. And it has dried out, and it is working, and it seems like it's okay. Now, for those of you who aren't on Facebook yet, and if you would like to get on there, that would be great, but I don't want you all running down there at the same time, because that might cause another problem, and the generator here could overexplode again. So take your time, pace it out, space it out, and it would be great to have you on there. Now, the easy way to find Facebook, it's not hard to find on the internet. I'm going to give you a way to break it down. You need this address. It's called an internet address. And I'll break it down into pieces in case you don't have a pencil in your pocket or something. You can just remember it this way. FAC, of course you got to put the 3 W's there, period. Then it's FACEBOOK period COM. And don't forget to put the COM part on there, because if you forget that, they'll send you like an error message or something. You won't be able to find it. So then you'll be right on Facebook. You'll be on the main Facebook page. And then what you do is there's a little rectangular box, and you put the words Quantum Zilch in there, and Facebook will do the hunting. It'll hunt for the right page, and then you just go on there and give it your mouse button a click, and you're in. You're in Facebook. And that'd be great to have you on there. But remember, don't all go at the same time, okay? All right, great. And now it's time for the QRR, the Quick Robot Report. So the last time we were together, I was talking to you about putting wheels onto the legs. And I had 3 wheels and 3 legs, and I was able to do that. But I did have a problem with one of the wheels, and it just was problematic, and it would not go on right. So I scrounged around here, and I found another wheel, but it's a little bit, as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than these other 2 original wheels. But that's okay. So the robot's a little wobbly from time to time. I think we'll be fine. No big deal. I also came to a decision about what color I was going to color the robot legs. And at first I thought I was going to have a contest to see if any of you could come up with a great color for the robot legs. But then I just decided to scratch that idea, and I'm going to go with a metallic silver. I think that'll look good. That'll match the base. You know, some of you are probably thinking that they're already kind of silver, and that's true. That's kind of where I got the idea. So we're going to go with that. Also, pretty big news on the robot front. I decided what I'm going to use for the head of the robot. I was listening to the radio around here for a few weeks, but then it broke. I was trying to fix it a few days ago, and I couldn't fix it. I don't know how to fix it. But I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, you will make a great robot head. Don't you think? So that's it. Welcome to your next incarnation Okay, and now it's time for a segment that I like to call The Adventures of Dennis Regan. Can you see that? The Adventures of Dennis Regan. All right. In today's adventure, well, the adventure didn't happen today, but I'm telling it today, is called Alcatraz. A few weeks ago, I was out in San Francisco. It's a city in the northern part of California here, and it's on a body of water called the San Francisco Bay. Now, San Francisco is a Spanish word. It means Saint Francisco. Out in the bay, there's an island. It's a mysterious place. It's called Alcatraz, which is also a Spanish word. It's an old Spanish word. It's archaic Spanish language. It's not used anymore. It meant pelicans. It was kind of the island of the pelicans. But that island has been a few things. It was a fort for a while, a military fort, and then from 1933 to 1963, it was a federal prison. And it was a bad place. The U.S. sent the worst prisoners, or a lot of the worst prisoners, to Alcatraz to serve their time. One of them, Al Capone, was out there. A guy named Alvin Creepy Carpus. Creepy was not his real name, just a nickname. And the Birdman of Alcatraz, and a bunch of other people I can't think of right now. But it was a bad place. It was closed down in '63. Now it's just a tourist attraction, and I wanted to go. I wanted to check it out. So I go down there to the pier to get a ticket, and they said it's all sold out. All right. I go down there the next day. Same thing, all sold out. Third day, I go down there. They go, it's sold out. What is it? What's the deal? And they said it's sold out for a week. I'm like, well, I'm not even going to be here in town for a week, and I want to see Alcatraz. So I start thinking. I'm thinking, they have not yet built the prison that can keep me out. All I need is a plan. I need to come up with a plan. So I start thinking about my different options. And I come up with, the first thing I'm thinking, I could jump on that tourist boat at night under the cover of darkness. So I tried it. I go out one night, and there's a tall fence, and it's got razor wire across the top of it. And I don't even know if the fence is electrocuted or electrified or electric. I don't know, and I don't want to find out. So what else I'm thinking? I can build myself a little raft. I can paddle myself out to Alcatraz. So I gather up some driftwood, pieces of driftwood, a little piece of lumber here, and an old raincoat that I found in an abandoned lot there, a vacant lot. And I started putting it together, but it was flimsy. I don't think it was seaworthy, but I was worried about a few things too. I was worried about the water's very cold, and I could die of hypothermia. Also, I've heard there's sharks out there in the bay, and I could die of sharkoidia. But one of the main concerns is the current. There's a big, strong current in the San Francisco Bay, and it could take me and just push me out into the ocean. I'd be out to sea. I'd be lost forever. Or even worse yet, if the current was going the other way, it could push me right into the city of Oakland, California, and I don't want that. So one more idea I get. The only thing that's left of me, I think I'm going to tunnel. I'm going to tunnel my way out to Alcatraz. So the only thing I had was a rusty spoon, this bent rusty spoon that I had found in the abandoned lot there near the raincoat. So I start digging one night, and it's a spoon about, it's like a kitchen spoon, but it's still a spoon. It's not very good for digging. I get about 4, and it had holes in it. The spoon, it was like, I want a ladle or something. I don't know what you call it. But it wasn't good for digging. So I only got about 4 feet. I was only able to get about 4 feet that night. And then I went back to my hotel room, and I was sitting there, I was thinking, use a calculator, and I figured, I know a mile. It's a mile and a half out to Alcatraz, a mile and a half. So a mile is 5,280 feet. I know that. So a mile and a half, I do 1.5 times 5,280, and then I divide by 4 feet. Anyway, bottom line, it's going to take me a little over 7 years to dig my way out to Alcatraz. And that's ridiculous. I mean, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just wait a week, get myself a ticket, and go out there. So bottom line, I say bottom line. I didn't see Alcatraz. Maybe next time.
Well, what kind of a crime would you have to commit in order to be sent to Alcatraz back in the days when it was open? Well, there's two different kinds of crimes, really, two classifications. There's the smaller crimes, the not so bad crimes are called misdemeanors. Demeanor means kind of the way you act around other people, and misdemeanor means you're not acting quite right. It might be littering or breaking something, I don't know. But felonies, those are the big crimes. Felonies, robbery, armed robbery, kidnapping, murder. If you commit a felony, you usually get sent to prison. So my message today, I guess, is try to not commit any felonies and not too many misdemeanors. And that'd be great. That's the end of the episode E4 here on QZ. I hope you'll keep coming back. We'll see you next time. In the meantime, take care of yourself and look out for each other.